welcome to this special but important press conference. This is in relation to the current impasse at the House of Representatives. As you may recall, that there are two separate factions at the House of Representatives currently debating on whether or not the Speaker should be the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Amidst these allegations, Sumo Mulbah have said the need to have this important press conference at this time to address several issues unfolding with the current situation of the House of Representatives. Good evening and welcome to the meeting.
Thank you. And good evening to people like you. Member of the Forest State, citizen of this noble land, our foreign international partners, ladies and gentlemen. I have come to draw to a close the false and misleading information circulating in the public space, the Speaker Resignation information posted on social media is a fake news from the anti-Kofa blog. The Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives has not and will not resign. The Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives has no intention of leaving his position now or in the future, not at all. Honorable Kofa reaffirmed his commitment to the mission of strengthening the House of Representatives through a comprehensive regulatory concept, where the rule of law isn't forgotten, as his leadership fostered the courage to audit the House for the first time in the history of our nation. Those wishing the resignation of the Speaker, Honorable Fonati Kofa, should remember that the Constitution of Liberia emphasizes the rule of law in Chapter 5. Chapter 5 says that the Constitution and all law made by the legislature of Liberia under the Constitution shall be bound on the court, judges, people of every county and of every part of Liberia. The rule of law is the idea that every person is subject to the law of the land, regardless of their status. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the 4 estate, the rule of law restricts the power of government, president, and individual, and protect us against the exercises of power without unlawful behavior. The law of Liberia applies to everyone. My fellow citizens, let's say this for the record. Rules are not designed as means for one group to gain an advantage over another, and they should never be used to favor or punish a particular individual. Our Constitution established judiciary interpretation and law making, whereas enforcement. Again, together, legislation can define how the country is run under a system called separation of power, or simply referred to as check and balance. They help ensure no one branch gets too powerful for the good of society as a whole. Citizens, the rule of law is the basic foundation of our Constitution. It ensures that the power will be limited and citizens are afforded certain protection. They are afforded certain protection against tyrannic behavior by a lawmaker or any other person in a position of authority. To conclude, citizens of Liberia, what is going on at the Capitol building is a usual happening that people refer to as legislative politics or precedent. My fellow Liberian, this kind of behavior that quote-unquote people refer to as legislative politics, I would like to refer it to as any other thing as a legislative coup d'etat. This is something that we all should fight against. I will tell you, with the level of greed that is eating the fabric of our public sector, now it's about the legislature, and soon it will be the executive. Financial coup d'etat is for everyone. Today is the House, and tomorrow it could be Waka. Fellow Liberian, I call this a financial legislative coup d'etat of the 21st century, where lawmakers take bribe to remove speaker. Again, lawmaker will take bribe in a shortest possible time to remove the president. I'm urging everyone, it's a very serious issue that we all need to work towards. To remove the speaker just by taking a little amount is something that we all need to take very serious in Liberia. Bribe cannot be used to divert the rule of law. Bribe cannot be used to undermine our constitution. To all Liberians, I pray that we all fight corruption. With the erosion of the rule of law and what I have seen and encountered as a lawmaker of the 55th House of Representatives, the House of Legislature is Liberia's problem from the genesis of her birth. The House serves as a transport vehicle to siphon money for personal advancement. The House is a place where poor are in the interest of the poor. The House is the foundation of corruption and corrupt policy as it relates to developmental agenda. Again, the best way forward is to support the War and Economic Chronicle, that which many of our lawmakers are against. The best way also is to support the order of the 55th House of Legislature. And this is what COFA supports. So I'm calling upon every Liberian to support this agenda in the interest of our people. And I will say this as I close. Honorable Fonati Kofa, the Speaker of the 55th House of Legislature, will not resign. There is no way a pressure is being placed on him for his children. The children are not part of politics, neither his work. His work support him 500%. Again, Honorable Kofa remains the Speaker. We stand by Honorable Kofa to the end. Whether money, we will not take it. You increase the amount, we will not take it. You take the amount to 500,000, trust us. We stand with Kofa. Thank you.
We stand with Kofa. We will take few questions given the importance and urgency of this press conference. A lot of revelation has been put out, and it is important that we address them. So we're around the table. Boakai, I saw your hand. Just take it quickly.
Yeah, it's good to be here with you, Honorable. My question to you is that from your tone, is it that, are you guys seeing something that the Speaker is about to give up? Because he keeps saying he will not resign, he will not resign. What's behind the scene? What's happening?
Oh, it's not about the Speaker, because I was with the Speaker yesterday, even to this morning, and I know what the Speaker stands for, and I know what we stand for as detective. But it's the propaganda, the scare tactic that is coming from the anti-COFA bloc. They started with the issue of our bloc going against the law, right, as it relates to the police officer that was maltreating lawmakers just a few days ago. But what we're saying is that with all of this propaganda on the social media that the Speaker is resigning, I think it's a scare tactic to at least play on the mind of our people, to play on the mind of the citizens. And I think it can work. Scare tactic cannot be used in the activities that we are going through. So I would tell anyone that what we are going through, we stand by the law, and our course of action is the call. Yeah, and we wait upon the call.
All right, so before my colleagues come in, you talk about if they succeed in removing Speaker Kofa, they may likely try to remove the president or solicit a signature to remove the president. Is there any plan? Is there what you guys planning to do if the Speaker isn't successful in this fight?
No, what I was saying is just clear. It's not about quote unquote. It's the tendency I'm referring to. If we support things that are against the law, our rules, right, and our law, the Constitution, because the Constitution makes mention of 49 in number, right. In order to remove the speaker, you have to deter, and deter is 49. So if you cannot get the 49, and you use 43 to remove the speaker, I use if, right? So if you remove the speaker, then the same if, we may not get 43, because they are using 43 to remove the speaker, is not 49. So it's possible that we can use 37, because 37 is a majority, right? We could use 37 to impeach the president. So we should be very smart in this thing. If the president support that, right, against the rule of our Constitution, the same rule or precedent that is used against our speaker could be used against the president. And I can assure the president of that. You need to be mindful how you handle this thing. Because I want to listen to people, president in the past, where they were all wrong as it relates to Eddie Snow, as it relates to Tyler. We are looking at the future. You cannot use the same old precedent as it relates to the future.
For him removing the speaker. Just a few days ago, we see some cabinet members, some folks from the executive going towards the majority. They were invited by the majority bloc. I don't know. Do you feel disappointed, or do you not see that the president is involved into this, because the cabinet members going towards the majority bloc attending a session?
So I would say there is nothing disappointing, because let's look at it from the beginning. The same people, quote unquote, the guy from Water and Silver, right? The guy from Internal Affairs, the guys from Transport, they were all people that within the budget, they supported the speaker remover with certain amount. We heard about that. So to have the same people coming for a hearing, it makes no sense. It just, quote unquote, the same old people trying to push or trying to go against the Constitution, which is very much unlawful. Yeah.
That's the talk.
My name is Strokon Flammer and I report for Spoon Network. Just to put a spin on my colleague's question about the officials who are now appearing before the majority bloc. Now that we have reached this stage in this entire impasse on Capitol Hill, the speaker has not been functioning his duties. He has not been able to discharge any of his duties for the past 4 weeks. Don't you see the need for the speaker to step aside to allow, maybe for the country to move ahead? Because people believe, holding on is impeding the work of the executive and other major, activities for the country.
So when you talk about not being functioning, I would think about I would say maybe you like contradicting the Constitution, because the Constitution is said it had provision that make mention of the minority shall adjourn day by day. So we usually go for session. We are there. Not with the number 37 to host session.
You weren't there today.
I come in. At the same time, the majority referred to, they have no legal right? So who's the presiding? And our same Constitution, even our rule talk about no one can preside when the speaker is here. So the one that is chairing there with the Article 5 group that have the number that you call majority, who is the one presiding? The one presiding is Fala. So how can we look at Fala as the one presiding when you have the speaker in the country? Because it's against our rule. And in the same Constitution, the Constitution gave room for rules for the House, right? It's supported. So to have someone presiding, I think what is happening there is a meeting. It's not legitimate. Until it can be legitimate, then we will say we are moving forward.
But for the past 2 days, you have not been able to, have session in the chambers of the House of Representatives. Today there was no session for your side. Yesterday the same thing. That is Tuesday.
So no one
the same
have a session. No one have a session.
The guys are holding regular
they
sessions.
They have a regular meeting, not session. Let's get that straight. According to the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, they are having regular meeting, not Constitution. Until they have 49 to remove the speaker, and we have another speaker to preside, not the deputy speaker.
Is the speaker holding the country hostage or not?
I think majority they are holding the country hostage now, the speaker, because the speaker is the legitimate one. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask 1 or 2 questions, then we'll conclude with my brother from Boston. This is important, we've got to take all of the questions. At first, we wake up to the news from several media outlets that Speaker Kofa is currently in negotiation with Lima Senator Prince Johnson to influence lawmakers from Lima County to support Kofa. And we know Prince Johnson then presumed to be the Kofa of Lima politics. I mean, you may not be the right person to answer this question, but again, you are one of the sources close to the speaker. Perhaps you are the hinted of this conversation. At any point in time while this conversation is ongoing, that Speaker Kofa has met with the Lima County Senator.
Yeah, but you use the word influence. When you talk about influence, it means that you are convincing people on your side. So there is a negotiation going on. It's a dialogue that is going on, right? A dialogue where we all can come on the round table. The speaker is saying to them, look, guys, it is the interest of the Liberian people. If you feel disenchanted, you have grievances, all you need to do is to come to session, right, in the chamber that we all meet, then I'll recuse myself, right, and give you the platform, right, so that you can come up with those allegations. If I'm wrong, I will resign. So what will it take for the guys to come to session?
So the speaker
That's the law.
with Prince Johnson as we speak.
Of course, in consultation with everyone, right? Because this thing is negotiation. You negotiate with anyone because most of the reason that we are seeing, people have their individual reason. It's not just about quote unquote their complaint. They have a list of complaints. Before they said it was a list of resolution, right? Where things that the speaker did needed to be removed. But it changed within the court. What we're hearing now is a complaint. So the complaint, they are processed. If you have a complaint, the first area you file in your complaint will be the Committee on Rules and Order, which is being chaired by medical. So with all these chicanery tricks that the guys are playing, all we want is to have a dialogue, right? It's taking too long. The Liberian people are watching us. We all need to be serious and see how best we can come together and push one agenda. And the only agenda we can push is the rule of law.
Before the brother from Boston come in, I'm saying that the support of Prince Johnson is for me a lot to Speaker Kofa. Given that Lima has 9 electoral districts and about 5 to 6 of them are on the side of the majority. When Speaker Kofa, after this negotiation with Prince Johnson, to see those lawmakers from Lima crossing over to Speaker Kofa means a lot. What I'm concerned about, whether there are any conversations surrounding the 75,000 allegedly that Speaker Kofa is proposing to Prince Johnson so as to convince those members of the Lima speakers.
So the 5,000 for what?
Allegedly, as part of the report we gathered, that 75,000 is.
So when you say alleged,
it's a deal on air. That's what I'm asking.
It's not true.
Why you have received any information on so far?
No information on that. What I'm aware of is the negotiation with Prince Johnson because we believe that Prince Johnson stand by the rules. Prince Johnson stand by the Constitution as governors. So to discuss with Prince Johnson, to lobby with Prince Johnson for police to come on board because of our own agenda, legislative agenda, I think it's prudent that we all can work towards that. And we support Kofa to keep on negotiating and make sure that our other guys, police, can come on board.
We'll take the last question.
My name is Christopher Bestman, Representative Mulbah, and I report for Voice of Liberia. Looking at this entire saga, I would term it to be a 3-block. You have the pro-Kofa block, you have the anti-Kofa block, and you have the Liberian people block. Your critics believe that the anti-Kofa block, quote-unquote pro-Kofa, whatever somebody may term it, has been supported by the executive, looking at the director from Water and Sewer, the Minister for Internal Affairs, and Minister of Transport. I mean, what do you think? What do you make of that coming up with such strong press release as it relates to these allegations?
All right, you make mention of 3 blocks. You talk about the anti-Kofa block, you talk about the Kofa block, and you make reference to the Liberian block. Mm-hmm. And I would say, I would like to notice that into 2 categories. One, we have the anti-Kofa block, and we have the Liberian block, because the Liberian people believe in lawmaker of integrity. The Liberian people believe lawmakers that will not take bribe.
You have an opposition blog.
Yeah, so the Liberian people believe in the rule of law. So we are the Liberian people bloc. I don't know what you call the COFA bloc. We are not COFA bloc. We are the integrative guys, and we believe in the Liberian people. We are seeking the interest of the Liberian people. Because if I wasn't seeking the interest of the Liberian people, I have been down there to RLJ to sign for 200,000 United States dollars, right? I feel the money means nothing, because when you take the money, what matters is your character, your life you live, right? Where people can point finger to you. So in order that we can be successful, we are with the Liberian people bloc, which is the COFA bloc. Yeah.
Okay, follow up to that.
Lastly,
Yeah, so lastly, I'm looking at the incident that occurred in the regular chamber, the joint chamber of the Nigeria bloc. I mean, TID have been inspired by the Liberia National Police. Looking at Speaker Fonati Kofa, there was no strong statement against that. What do you think will be the reason for that?
The act itself was a barbaric act, I will say that, and the police need to be neutral in this thing, because the police they should be an independent group where they are for everyone. But what I saw yesterday, it was not good, and I would say that because to see police are pushing on lawmakers, right? And you made mention of tear gas and other things. You should expect this all over. If you see the Uganda parliament, right? Lawmakers throw blow at each other. If you watch the South African parliament, lawmakers throw blow at each other. Ghana parliament, the Ghanaian parliament, the Nigerian parliament, right? You should expect these things, legislative activities, right? So I think what the government needs to do is to keep the police out of there, because anything that will happen will reflect on the government. So we can do our own thing there. When we come outside, we are responsible people. When we are in there, we fight for the Liberian people with our blood, right? We push each other to make our decision go. And it's in the interest of the Liberian people. For me to stay there today, you see the t-shirt on me, right? All in the House of Legislature now. Because the building there is very corrupt. You guys are press. And I always say this. The press should be the one to preach the message out there. The building there is very corrupt. In order to clean the building, we need to be there. Whether it takes us to fight, blow each other, we will blow each other to make sure the interests of the Liberian people are seen. Thank you, and God bless you.
My friend, I just want to tell gentlemen of the press, thanks for coming for the discussion.